Yo, yo, what's going on, guys? This is Tara Wow here, and we just got a thing on Solo Shuffle, Blizzard on tanks and Solo Shuffle. That's what it's about. No plans to execute tanks. Most tank specs now considered DPS. I just seen this. It's posted 2 hours ago. I made a video yesterday actually on, Solo Shuffle, the problems with it and how to fix it, and it goes over that. I'm not going to go fully into depth with it, obviously, because it's a 10-minute long video. I talked about it. I thought it was a pretty good video. But I talked about tanks in the thing, and I talked about how should they take them out or should they not, and what I said is I don't know. I don't really think so. Not exactly. I don't think they should take them out. Well, it's really up to everybody else in my opinion, but if they're not going to take them out, then I think they should take the prot pallies, and obviously see they are literally like a healer class. They don't need to be doing all that a guardian druid does. They do way more than a guardian druid does is what I'm trying to say, and it's just kind of not fair how much more healing they have than a guardian druid. Guardian druid just does way more damage. It's so weird. Guardian Druid does more damage than DPS right now. It's kind of ridiculous in my opinion. They need a nerf on their Moonfire damage. I don't know what it is, but they definitely need a nerf on their Moonfire damage. Prot pallies, same thing. They need a nerf on their healing and their shields. I think tanks should kind of be like a mix between all three. They should kind of be like obviously most on the tanky side with these, shields. They can give their guys damage reduction, damage mitigation, things like that. And then they should have a little bit of DPS, obviously, because they're not a healer. They're a tank, which I think, they have big health, and then they do damage. Lots of pull taunt, which you don't pull taunt in that. And then I think prot pallies should have healing, but I don't think they should have as much as they do. I think prot pallies are really, really overtuned, way overtuned compared to all the other ones. It's kind of ridiculous, but I'm just gonna look at this. I haven't read any of this yet. I haven't heard anything about it. And what's kind of funny, they made it right after I made this video. I know that they probably definitely did not link in my video. It's 200 views, but I just thought it was funny. I did this. And yeah, I'm gonna zoom in here. So hello, we have been following the conversation about tanks in our new PvP mode. Solo Shuffle tanks have long been in the design challenge for PvP, as their abilities and tunings are intended to allow them to survive against multiple enemies or dungeons and raid bosses. So they just admitted that they are designed for PvP, but honestly in Shadowlands, if they were really designed for PvP, then it wouldn't just be one class that was just 10 times overpowered than all the other tanks. You would see a Blood DK every now and then, but I can tell you exactly who he was playing with, and it was somebody on my friends list, Glogan, and they were doing a one-shot demo build. So that's the only thing I've ever seen it with at above like 2400, and then all the way up to like 3200. I've seen prot valleys just constantly. It was just ridiculous. It was just 20, everywhere, and it was so annoying, very frustrating, very weird. It's just some of the stuff they were doing with some of the comps they're playing against. It just seemed unfair for other teams mainly. We didn't really have too much of a problem with it. From the comp we were playing, it kind of went into it well, but other comps, I heard so many people just going crazy, and I was getting frustrated, boy, I tell you what. But yeah, so that's them saying they are supposed to be in Battlegrounds. They know it. I didn't know if they knew it or not. I really didn't. Did not know if they were looking at their own game or not, since only one of them was insane. In battleground modes like Capture the Flag, where a large team killing a specific player is the primary objective, the existing design for tanks can work well. Sure can. Guardian Druids in rated battlegrounds, great. Now, Vengeance Demon Hunters used to be the play, because they're super mobile, they're super tanky, but Guardian Druids were... I think they've always been tankier, but back in Legion, I think it was, Vengeance DHs were about the same nearly. I think Guardian was still more tankier, but it made it so much more likely to run a DH because they had trample and just so much mobility. It was crazy. But so hopefully we see more things like DHs, prot warriors, and maybe demon hunters again. Hopefully we see everything for rated battlegrounds. I really have never liked how it's only been 2 classes that have been good in rated battlegrounds. Of course, there are people that make prot pallies work in like Arathi Basins, where people literally just don't know how the abilities work. That's why they win. There's an ability where they're immune to magic damage, but you can hit them with auto attacks. But besides the point, one team needs to coordinate their burst and crowd control against the other team's tank and healers' use of their defensive abilities and positioning. Right, but in the case of Arena, the general survivability of tanks particularly when they are also good at dealing damage or healing their teammates, can be frustrating and experience to play against. Wow, they noticed it. Wow, I didn't think they would. I really, really did not think they would say this. This is kind of insane to me because it has been literally like the most embarrassing thing about Blizzard, in my opinion, is that they were allowing Protection Paladins to just go on. If you've ever faced a Protection Paladin with a Fury Warrior in Shadowlands, hot damn, it was so frustrating. Now that was the comp we had trouble with and we could not beat. It was a Protection Paladin with a Fury Warrior and, you know, whatever else they had, which couldn't kill it. Oh, it was a healer, I'm pretty sure. It was a healer, Protection Paladin, and Warrior. I'll say that. We beat it a few times, but it was so hard. Our first attempt at addressing this problem in Solo Shuffle was to replace healers with tanks in matches where they were involved and to pair strong off-healing tanks, especially Protection Paladins, against each other. Okay, so yeah, I think this would maybe work if it was literally just prot pallies versus other prot pallies, because I've seen prot pallies versus Guardian Druids and they're not equivalent in my opinion. You know, like I said, Guardian Druid is big damage. That's about it. That's about it. They're tanky themselves, but they're not gonna do much healing for their teammates. They don't have too much defensives for their teammates. It's not like they can, you know, shield their teammate for 10 seconds. It's not like they can lay on hands their teammates pretty much. Or Word of Glory, same thing. You know, every 2 seconds or 1 second, you know, that's all prot belly is. The feedback we have heard from you is that these matches are not enjoyable from the other players and more needs to be done. Absolutely, it sure does. I think the tank games are actually kind of unique and fun in a way if it's prot versus prot, of course. And that's because it is a faster match, so you get to play it a little differently than the healer one, where you're kind of being super cautious. You're kind of sitting there far in the back. Well, with, you know, tanks, you're rushing in. It's kind of a DPS race. It's really cool. But with prot pallies, it does make it more fun if it's 2 prot pallies. We want to make it clear though, including tanks from Arena or Solo Shuffle is not an option we are exploring. Man, now a lot of people are definitely going to say that. I don't think it's a terrible idea as long as, yeah, we even it out, of course. And they're not insanely overpowered with some classes. For sure, then it would be, alright, you know. We create content that is available to everyone no matter their spec. And there are some players who enjoy playing one class or one spec. We do not want to isolate those players and believe there are more design options for us to explore. Well, see, I think this is good for the game in a way, but at the same time, I don't. I think there's more people that do not like the idea of tanks in PvP arenas and Solo Shuffle. The way I did this right now, at least. I'm not sure about this change, but I think there's more people that are upset with there being tanks in the game than there are people happy that, yay, I can play tank in the game, because really, honestly, there's not that many tanks that play in the game. You know, whenever you run into one, it's always the same one, but it's super frustrating to play against. So, like I said, it's kind of like a 1-to-50 ratio of people that you're making happy here. Also, I don't know if it's the best decision, but we'll have to see with this decision. This change, this could be the game changer, 100%. As we continue to discuss the best solutions to the system, how to create a more positive experience in Solo Shuffle for all players, we decided to make the following changes to tanks in Solo Shuffle. Alright, so it might not be for 3v3 Arena just yet, but it is for Solo Shuffle. That's one step at a time, and what I've been seeing from Blizzard is they're doing a great job of that. They keep on, you know, slowly pushing things, but it might be slow, but it's coming. It's actually not slow with a lot of these changes. I've seen they are changing a lot of stuff. Protection Paladins will remain classified as healers and will only be placed in matches where the other healer is also a Protection Paladin. Wow. Wow. That's exactly what I just said. Protection Paladins will only queue against other Protection Paladin teams. That is so good. Okay, Blizzard. Okay, Blizzard. The remaining tank spec, it will be classified as a damage dealer with a maximum of 1 tank damage dealer permitted in the match. Okay, this is definitely a good thing they need to do right here. 100% good right here. The second one, because you don't want to go into a game where you're facing, you know, you could get really unlucky. This is just, you know, I'm not saying this would happen. It could. You go in there, you know, you're playing with 2 prot paladins, and then everybody else is a guardian druid. Just everyone else is a guardian druid. You're not getting out of that game until tomorrow. You know, you're waiting until the expansion after Dragonflight until you get out of that one. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, you can't even see the all the messages. I had my name, my picture covering. My bad. Alongside these updates, we'll be looking closely. We will be looking closely at and actively tuning tank abilities in PvP, specifically around how they fit in solo shuffle. These changes will soon be live in Dragonflight and are planned to be available in the Dragonflight pre-expansion patch with Phase 2 during the week of November 15th. As always, we appreciate your feedback. Please continue to provide feedback via the forums to Warcraft devs on Twitter. Yo, everybody, they're listening. I mean, like, I swear, these are good changes right here. I'm not gonna lie, these are really good changes. To definitely just to see, you know, it might not work out 100% in, you know, how we see it, but definitely good that they're taking this into initiative. And they're going along with it, is what I'm trying to say. Can't think of what I'm saying. But so it's really good changes right here. Prop allies can only queue up against other prop allies, 100% needed. And then, you know, there can only be one tank for the other classes. But one thing I would like to see, if they are making it where tanks are good. Oh, I don't want to say this at all. I don't think I'm going to say it. No, I guess I will. They need to make all of them even out. I don't like to say that because I don't like facing tanks in 3v3 arena. It's really not fun. It's just not fun to me. It's not fun at all whenever you're sitting there and you're facing a team that has a blood DK that just grips you in randomly and then grips you 15 other times and it hasn't even been A-bomb lim yet, and he's one-shotting everybody at the same time. It's kind of ridiculous. I mean, not the DK is not one-shotting. That's where they have their problem. The Demo Lock is one-shotting everybody. So that's really frustrating. Prop allies, they do way too much healing. Way too much healing. I think this should be implemented, this Protection Paladin thing. This should be implemented in 3s, where they can only queue up as a healer. Maybe they can be you know, maybe they can fight. I don't even know how to do that because double DPS prop valley is really annoying. I just think tanks shouldn't be able to queue real 3v3 arena. Honestly, that's how I really am gonna say about it. But if they are gonna do something about it, don't leave these prop warriors out. I mean, if you're trying to let everybody in, then maybe give some buffs or some new PvP talents to the prop warriors. The prop pallies. Nope, didn't mean to say that. Not prop valleys. Not prop valleys. God, I'm about to die after saying that one. Prop warriors, you know, blood DKs, whatever, DHs, guardian druids. I don't want to see them doing 4 billion damage a second. It's just kind of nuts. Doing more damage than me as a shadow priest in a random battleground. That's just weird. That's just weird, Blizzard. I'm not gonna lie. That's just super weird. A tank doing more damage than a shadow priest, a full geared shadow priest in a random battleground, a dot spreader, a padder. I was padding that game too, and they still outdamaged me. He was padding harder. He was pressing his moonfire more times than I was pressing my dots, I guess. I don't know. I guess he has a tank. He never died. I don't know. But yeah, comment down what you think in the comments about these changes. If you think they're good, if you want to keep tanks in the arena, if you don't want to keep them in the arena. You know, I definitely know a few people that don't want to keep them in the arena. Me. Sorry. But yeah, comment down, hit a like on the video. Peace out.